The field hockey legacy at the University of Richmond is something that's well known. I remember when I was so fortunate to become the next head coach here that really stood out to me, the unprecedented winning streak and the dominance in the A10. There's something as a coach that you really are drawn to, and knowing that there's tremendous pride and a rich tradition that was here and already set in place. So to be able to be a member of the A10 conference and have such pride in your program and the reputation that it has among your peers is something that I really cherish about working here at Richmond, and being able to move forward and hopefully contribute many more trophies and titles, and to continue to make a mark as a program that is wanting to be nationally prominent and representing the A10 in the most esteemed manner. Certainly I was really fortunate to have my first assistant coach was a member of 3 of those teams, and it was just such a privilege to be able to have her on staff and add to the streak of championships.
The tradition of excellence that was created here needed to be upheld, and my junior year I was able to tuck under a whole bunch of seniors, 10 seniors in fact, that had already carried the torch for so long. And then my senior year we actually only had 2 seniors and 11 freshmen. So the burden there was pretty strong, but you know what, we powered through it, and we ended up still getting that championship all the way down to the last seconds of the game. I'll never forget it. One of my biggest sports memories was that game, semifinal against Temple, to send us to the final. So we were down a goal with 30 seconds left, and I remember looking at the sideline and seeing my coach just screaming, "You've got to go! You've got to go!" So I tracked it down the left sideline and got it all the way down to the circle, and looked up and I saw Heather Rubleski, who is the other senior, dished it off to her, and she put the goal in, and we went to overtime. And as our story went that year, we were able to win a lot of games at overtime, and sure enough we did. And I think it spoke to the truth that we were a team that we were unrelenting, and we knew that the legacy and the tradition that had been set needed to be carried through, and we didn't want to be the ones, to drop it. So it was great. It's one of my greatest feelings, as I said. It's just been something that's carried through with me for the years to come now, as now a head coach myself. So it was a real lesson. It was a lot of hours spent on the turf, for the commitment to the training, to the excellence that the coaching staff had put out for us to become students of the game, not just players, but actually taking time outside of on-field practices and putting that mentality into the classroom as well, and learning where everybody's supposed to be and what everyone's supposed to be doing, not just yourself. And I think also just kind of taking on the summer as if that's another opportunity for you to get better and not to take time off. And so we really implemented a strong system of trying to play U.S. hockey when we could, and to continue to play around the best players and not settle for a mediocre status. We wanted to win 2 more, and so there was a lot of weight with that. But I think the training at the highest level was super important. Just coming from, as a player, having that innate desire in you to want to win and want to compete at the best and highest level, but as a coach, kind of trying to find a way to transcend that to your players and to really get them to have the same drive and the same passion. You've got to get creative, and I think Richmond does a really good job of setting you up just for, I guess, the rigors of academics as well as the rigors of athletics. It allowed us to really have an opportunity to reach out to the girls and to continue to create the picture of what that championship team looks like and what that style of hockey looks like. And as a coach, winning it, I guess the 6 out of the 8 years, was also a great feeling, and one that I still champion to this day as well, one that I'm super thrilled about. And I know that those girls in that 2010 class will have that pride for years and years to come.